What's up, everybody? Sting here, bringing you something new and different. We are playing co-op arena on Crushing, on the Inferno, on the Chaos, on the Madness that is Crushing on co-op arena. And this is a live gameplay, so something new as well. And in order to do that, I had to play on my Samsung 40-inch TV, which really is a big change from my 27-inch monitor. I was astounded at how different it is. It's almost like having to learn the game all over again. So forgive me if I play like a noob in this match. But anyway, so yeah, co-op is, I think, a lot of fun. It's more laid back to me than competitive. It's just a good place to go to experiment and to mess around and to, try out different things and different weapons. I sort of view it as the driving range, whereas competitive is the golf course. So it's just a good place to have a good time. And I think that there's a pretty big community out there that just plays co-op. I run into people all the time that just have 100,000 co-op kills and like no competitive kills. So there's a big, there's a fairly large community out there that just plays it. And I think that's because it's sort of more, there's more camaraderie, there's more sort of working together as a team. It's, just less competitive, obviously, hence the name co-op, but it's fun. So if you haven't tried it out, I would recommend trying it out. But anyway, so let's get into the tutorial. I think there's three things that are important to succeeding, especially in Crushing. On the lower difficulties, you can just do whatever and get through it. But on Crushing, you definitely have to have your shit together. And so the first thing is loadout selection, and the second thing is pack 80 control, and the third thing is staying close to your team, working together as a unit. And those three things, I think, are probably the most important things to doing well. So loadout, I would recommend regeneration, team safe, and then having cluster bomb as your kickback. And regeneration, I think, is just important because you're getting shot at all the time, and being able to heal quickly is so important because you're oftentimes you're in spots where if you get downed, your teammates are not going to be able to get to you. So it's just important to be able to heal quick. And team safe is a definite must. You're close to your team all the time, and in Crushing, every melee produces a revenge grenade. So you're constantly throwing those back, and you're going to nade your team all the time if you don't have team safe on. And also, obviously, with the cluster bomb, you're going to be throwing those all over the place, and you want to make sure that your teammates don't get killed by it. And cluster bomb, I think, is important. You can sometimes get away with Army of 3, but I think cluster bomb is more effective, and the reason for that is because it can take out a brute in one shot. So if you throw a cluster bomb at the feet of a brute, right at the feet, it'll take them out in one shot. It doesn't work all the time, but if you place it just right, it will take them out in one shot. And the brutes are going to be the bane of your existence. They're hard to take out, especially when you got all these other enemies on the screen. And the faster that you can take out the brutes, the better. So yeah, and then also pack 80 control. So the brutes start coming out level 6 or stage 6, and so I usually try to save a cluster bomb for stage 6 or sometimes stage 7, because you can get through stage 6 sometimes and not have to kill a brute, but I just usually keep one as insurance just in case. And once you take out that first brute, pick up the pack 80 that they drop, and then save it for the bosses for the next round. So the guy that gets the pack 80, you can see my teammate there has it. The guy that gets the pack 80 should save the ammo and conserve the ammo for the brutes and the bosses, the cluster guys and the infinite ammo guys. And should, because the pack 80 will take those guys out quick, and it's so important to be able to take the bosses out quick so you don't get overrun. And then, you know, obviously once you take out the next brute, you can pick up their pack 80. And another tip with the pack 80 is if you run out of ammo with the pack 80, pick up another weapon and then pick up the next pack 80. So you don't just get like 10 rounds of ammo. Pick up a different weapon and then pick up the pack 80 so that you'll get another 180 rounds of the pack 80. You know, every time I've beat one on crushing, it's been because of effective pack 80 control. So I mean, that's a must. And also, obviously, staying close to your team. You're really hardly ever going to beat one on crushing. I would almost say never. If you know you got one guy that's out just sort of spawn killing and doing their own thing. It's definitely not a game mode where you know should focus on beasting up and getting the highest score and you know be out there playing aggressive kamikaze style. You just need to be working together as a unit, and as you can see in this game, we're doing a pretty good job of staying together. Like all three of us are in the same area almost all the time, and that's very important because if your teammate gets downed, you need to be able to revive them like instantly. And you can't do that if you know one person is all the way across the map. And typically what happens is you know someone will get downed all the way across the map, and then that'll put your teammates in a difficult position of having to go all the way across the map to get them, and then typically they die because they have to traverse the entire map. So it's just so important to stay close together. As you can see, you know we're reviving each other, you know, all the time. So that's a must. And also just some other small tips. When someone has grabbed your teammate, which happens all the time, and you know it's better to shoot them off than to melee them off, because what happens to me all the time is that I'll melee them off my teammate and then they'll drop a revenge grenade and I'm stuck in the melee animation, and then the revenge grenade will kill me and oftentimes kill my teammate. So when things are chaotic, it's much better just to melee. Or I'm sorry, it's much better to shoot someone off than to melee them off. But what else? So yeah, we're pushing round 9, and as you can see, this game was kind of crazy because we get down to like the last life, and and yeah, I want to give a shout out to my subscriber, DeWare Otto, who helped me out with this, and couldn't have done it without you. So thanks so much. So yeah, those are the 3 main things that I think are important when playing co-op, and if you do those things, then I think you should be able to get through a crushing. And I think crushing, co-op arena crushing, is more difficult than co-op adventure crushing. Monastery on co-op adventure is definitely a challenge. I mean, it's hard, but I think overall, if you're looking for a challenging co-op, co-op arena crushing is where it's at. I think I have 78 completions of crushing, and definitely earned everyone. This match I played probably for like 6 hours yesterday and just completed one on crushing, and this was it. And I think some of that had to do because I was playing on that other setup, which totally threw my game off. But just to give you the idea of the challenge, I played all day yesterday and completed one on crushing. You definitely have to be in a good lobby or be with teammates that know what they're doing. So you know, that's another good reason to play. It's a definite challenge. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Co-op Arena. Check it out, try it. It's a good time. But also, I wanted to talk a little bit about my channel and definitely ask you guys if you would submit some clips, because I'm going to make I would like to make a montage, a subscriber montage for my 100th subscriber. And you know, I haven't posted any gameplay for my subscribers, and I really want to do that. So if you guys have any clips, you know, they don't have to be, you know, beast mode clips. If anything funny happens or something cool happens, or you just have, you know, some, you know, a 5 not alive is great, or you know, if you just get a cool grenade kill or anything, send it to me on PSN, and if I get enough clips, I will do a montage for you guys, because I just, you know, definitely appreciate you and want to, you know, do something different and show my appreciation for you guys. Yeah, so that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoy the live gameplay, and you know, thanks so much for watching. And if you have any, you know, questions about co-op, leave it in the comments, or you know, if you would like to play some co-op with me, just send me an invite with the message on PSN, and I'd be happy to oblige. So again, I hope you enjoy the rest of the game. It comes down to the wire. We get really lucky. There's a cluster bomb that somehow lags and doesn't go off right away, and that's the only reason that we get through this. So I think it's coming up here, right here. Like he gets downed, and then there's a cluster bomb right there, and it doesn't go off. It goes off like when we're out of range. So yeah, right there. And I don't know how that happened, but that's the only reason that we get through this. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace and love. Catch you next time.